Joe Hockey is the former ambassador to the United States from Australia, former treasurer, and our mate, the red, white and blue behind him. Oh, glory makes it even better as we talk to him this Monday morning, his time, Monday night, our time. Great man, how are you?
Fantastic, Paul. How are you going? I miss you.
I miss you too, mate. If I could, I would be there. That damn quarantine business. There's much to discuss with you. Okay, now, do you think that the tax story... Look, I know the noise that comes with Trump's taxes, but when you read it, did you see an allegation of illegality, which is tax avoidance, versus using a system to pay as little of it as possible, which is tax minimisation? It's a little bit like legal versus illegal immigration. In America, they don't really use that term of illegal immigration. They just say immigration. What do you think of the tax story? What do you think of its actual impact?
Well, there are two things. Firstly, in relation to the story, you know, I just don't know. It came from a source that is very anti-Trump, and therefore I heavily discount it. And the fact that there was no one who put their name to the story as a source or actually supplied the detailed documents says it all. The second issue is, what's the impact on the election? And frankly, I remember Kerry Packer appearing before a Senate inquiry. I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, we played it tonight, mate. We played it tonight.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I remember that, and, you know, I think there are people in America that would cheer him on if he's paid no taxes. Of course, everyone should pay their fair share of tax. I've always believed that, and I do it myself, and everyone should, because ultimately nothing is for free in this world. But frankly, I just think that the story's blown away. I was surprised it got so much attention in Australia.
Well, surprise, surprise, because, you know, here in Australia, I've got to say, the sort of... You're basically watching the show that will give the president the benefit of the doubt, let alone be pro, which of course we all know that I am. Other than that, any story is automatically, thank God, another nail in the coffin, another nail in the coffin, here we go. Which brings me to the polling that's around at the moment. Now, I am very much of the view, we talked about it last week, I say if you see undecided, it's a Trump voter, because if after 4 years you're still undecided, come on. You know, you're just finding a way to vote for him rather than voting against. 538, the data website says that Biden's a 77% chance of winning, Trump's 22%. In the past week, the data, again, it was all wrong last time, but the data seems to be, after a little bit of a blip Trump's way, pushing back Biden's way. Again, it's 30 days away, but still, what's your sense about whether someone got stronger or weaker in the past week?
Look, I couldn't tell you, actually, because I think the last week was too muddled. In my view, Joe Biden would win an election today. I think the gaps in all the polls are just too large. And when the national polls are 10%, and look, you know, again, I don't want to bet my house on any of the polls, but there's a 10% gap. There's reportedly a 6% undecided. Even if they all go for Trump, that might not be enough. The fundamental issue is we do have a big 30 days. The first presidential debate in the next 24 hours could be a game changer. It could be a game changer because people lose elections in debates. They don't necessarily win it. And Joe Biden is at great risk of making a mistake that will cost him the election. He's the front runner. He has those risks in place. He will be very, very well rehearsed. I spoke to people that are prepping both Joe Biden and Donald Trump over the last few days. Donald Trump is not one to do a lot of preparation for these debates.
How diplomatic
he is someone that... yes, I am trying to be diplomatic. He's not someone that is easily schooled, and as a result, you know, in the first debate with Hillary Clinton, he was slaughtered by Hillary Clinton, totally unprepared. So, but having said that, I think he's very mindful of that. In relation to Joe Biden, they've been doing a lot of work with him and preparing him for the big debate.
Yeah, see, I mean, this isn't expectations management. This is just a little bit of, you know, historical knowledge, right? Generally speaking, presidents lose the first debate. They're not match fit. The challenger has had to go through a primary process of 10, 12 debates. I think Biden's gone through 11 in the past 12 months. So just that whole vibe of getting down to that answer and 2 minutes and 90-second response and all the rest of it. But I'm with you that you know, Biden, however, because Trump has gone, you know, basically if he doesn't sort of, soil himself, then, you know, the expectations are so low for Biden that he's almost in the Trump position from 2016.